He's just another person that's out in the world, and he's somebody that you don't really necessarily need to associate yourself with. Just steer clear of anybody that goes by that name. You'll be okay.
Oh, come on, man. Their personalities are the same size. Seriously, I think they'd get along great.
Hey, yeah, maybe, but nah.
Oh, come
I'd still
on,
say
man.
just
It'll
steer
be
away
such
from
a
him.
life experience.
If you like watermelons, walk away.
Or if you'd rather not like watermelons, I would walk away.
Sorry, Fast. It's too
Was
many
it a
inside
watermelon? I
jokes
thought it
going
was a
on right now.
honeydew.
Sorry, bro.
Why aren't
I
you
have no
apologizing
idea
to me?
what
I've got
y'all
no
are
clue what's
talking
going on
about.
either.
Oh,
You're
there's a personality
don't,
out there.
Don't get into that
that
one. You don't really want to know it.
Oh yeah, you don't need
I
to
have
be.
no
here.
idea what y'all are talking
It's just another internet personality that's
Oh,
out there.
and
That
man,
that's-
we're on YouTube. I can't even say anything bad about him, can I? Ooh, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I kept my mouth shut.
It's dependent on what you're actually saying about him. Don't you suggest that he's something that he isn't.
Like
You got me.
some biker type person or someone worse.
Oh, he's an interesting personality.
You know, what I'm trying to talk about is as a Marine, I'm trying to talk to this young man.
Oh,
Who
she
is
says
about
not
to
that
be-
Monty, not fair. Okay.
Oh,
Even better. I don't know who this is that she's actually trying to refer to. Him and Monty.
just
were
not
probably
your
the
body,
same
but your
name.
immortal soul.
He was a Marine at Pendleton at the same time.
Who was?
Guy
This,
named
this
Bob.
person that she's talking about, not the person we were alluding
The guy
to.
at sourdough pizza.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, and just let me throw this one more quick little tidbit out there. As an officer, you are going to be personally responsible for the lives of others.
I understand that. I understand that academically. My dad has explained that to me, but until that shit hits the fan, I'm probably not going to be ready for it.
You said you've done the academic work on it, so you're academically prepared for sending people to die.
No, I understand that is a thing that. So I know that is a thing that is going to be expected of an officer, but I don't. You never really know how you're going to handle a situation until you're in that situation, and that's what I was trying to convey.
Okay.
Actually,
will do my best.
later.
I will do my best to get everyone home safe, but until shit hits the fan, for lack of a better way to phrase it, I genuinely don't know how I'll handle.
Actually,
I can only pray that I'm able to bring everyone home alive, but I also know that I'm not in a Marvel film. I'm not going to be able to do that.
Oh, that's good to know, because it
the
ain't Call of Duty,
platoon
bro.
Leader.
Yeah.
It's the platoon leader.
Yeah, I also know that, Elefant, and I've dealt with dumbasses because of high school and college, and something tells me the antics Marines will get up to, no offense, Fast, are probably going to be a little bit worse.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, I clearly don't have an idea.
Thank you for being gentle with
I
me.
don't think it's just one branch or the other. I'm pretty sure they all get.
You know
into
what?
Oh, no. Hang on. I can
family
go there.
members
I
that
got
are Navy
a
and
story.
Army together, and yes,
No.
they've told me plenty of stories. I've heard it all.
Actually, Shadow, once you become a Marine, you can talk about it. Until then, you don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about.
All right, I'll keep my mouth shut then.
And
Oh, no. We were in Bahrain.
I don't
And
mean it
the
that
Tarawa
way.
group came in, and after one night, the sailors could still leave the ship. The Marines were confined to the ship for the rest of the port visit. One night in Bahrain.
Yeah, Puff. A lot of people these days don't even make it out of high school. Huge drug problem in the country.
I've encountered too many people who either at college they still act like they're in high school, or when I was working over the summer, I was a barista over the summer just because paid the best. out of the jobs I was looking at, and there were some people who acted like high school students, and not the good high school students. It was. I hate people now.
Well, I just saw the all mill message that went out, and they're lowering the AdStab score.
Aren't they also allowing
Uh,
calculators?
They did say they were going to calculators, but I just read something the other day out of military.com that says they're actually, because they had actually went to calculators before or just after COOF, that they're actually removing that as a feature of being though they're still saying that service is down, that they're actually removing that because they actually found out the hard way that that's not necessarily the best thing to do to actually allow such an ordeal to happen.
Well, you did a show on Biden activated not just some of the reserves, but inactive ready reserves, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So they're pulling people in because they're gearing up for something.
Oh yeah, they're totally gearing up for something because they're assuming that this happenings in Ukraine is actually going to expand itself to the point where Belarus has already been agitating Poland, and if they can agitate Poland enough, Poland gets themselves into it with Belarus, it would activate NATO and Russia in a whole and actually start the activation over 300,000 Russian military that are standing there waiting for something more to happen. They're not all active. You're seriously looking at this huge front from both sides that are actually going to go march right into Ukraine, and it's not going to be cute. It's going to get really dangerous.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely horrific. Has anyone here read 7 Seconds to Die by chance?
Nope.
No.
It's a breakdown of the use of drones in the 2020 Armenian-Azerbaijani war. If you haven't, I highly recommend reading it because it gives you a perspective on what exactly a future war will look like, and if it's going to be a war where the U.S. and Russia start messing with each other because Poland and Belarus decide to pick a fight, it's going to be interesting. Let's go with that. To basically simplify what happened, using Azerbaijan secured aerial supremacy over the. I'm blanking on the name, but it's like the mountain region that Armenia and Azerbaijan were fighting over. And then using Turkish drones, they were able to have self-guided munitions take out Armenian bunkers, tanks, infantry squads, just completely and absolutely massacre them.
I will say this from a place of ignorance. I'm still surprised that the Ukrainian-Russian conflict hasn't been more advanced technologically.
Well, it was. To a certain extent, it was. They were using, I believe, the term is vacuum munitions, basically something that explodes so hot it creates a vacuum in an area, and then
thermobaric
also
weapons.
keep in mind Russia has lied consistently about their technology. I believe
it still seems all things considered to be a small war.
I mean, well, for one, Russia can't just like mobilize everything to start picking a fight with Ukraine, and then also Ukraine's been getting a lot of support from the international community as a whole, and at this point, both sides have sticks that are pointy enough that you can't really make much ground. Hell, they're going back to trench warfare. Has anyone seen some of the videos of the war correspondent being shown through a Russian trench line?
Yep.
Yeah, some of those trench lines are insane.
Well,
it doesn't
Name
matter.
of that book again?
My surprise,
7 Seconds to Die.
my surprise comes partly from believing that Russia actually won World War II. I mean, they were the superpower.
Well, they did it. Well, they did it by throwing body after body after body.
And they would have used nukes just as easy as we did if they had them.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, in World War II, they just, now whether they'd actually be able to deploy them is a completely different story. Because something a lot of people don't talk about in World War II is the fact that the Russians, they did not have the industry to maintain a push against the Germans as effectively as they ended up did. What happened was we supplied them with guns, tanks, ammunition, and we balanced it enough to where they were making ground against the Germans, but not enough to where they could do so without weakening themselves. Because, we knew that Russia was going to be a problem after World War II. And
Yeah, it was the whole point of the Lend-Lease Act.
And I know
America didn't want to actually get involved,
Yeah.
but they were happy to, lend you some money so you can buy some of our stuff.
well, no, I mean, after we actually were like a part of the combat, we were airdropping supplies for them to use. And without that, they would not have had the industrial capacity needed to properly make a push on the Eastern Front.
I just think in the scale of things that the Ukrainian-Russian conflict seems more like a police action that we do in Korea than an all-out war.
I mean, it's a combination of different factors, honestly, and it's also like going that U.S. action in Afghanistan is an example of the raw military might of the United States. It's not. Even Desert, I can't remember which it is, Storm or Shield, but the one where it was basically a bunch of the Super Fortress bombers that we still have in use, basically flying in, deploying cruise missiles, leveling the field, and then the invasion actually happening. That is an example of a proper United States military action, not policing actions in Afghanistan. It could be a similar comparison, but even then, it's also there's a lot of factors involved. I can't really comment until it's done.
Would you at present be comfortable being involved in that conflict if it called on you to do so?
Not really, because it's not a country that is it. When I'm in the service, it's not my position to question why. It is my position to do or die. But when it actually comes to like me right now, I have no reason to be in Ukraine. It is not a nation that is an ally with the United States. It is not a nation that has any strategic value for the United States. I would not be there unless I had a reason to be there, such as the government telling me to go.
That's the right attitude.
Can I say something?
Yeah, I did it 6 times.
Go for it.
This kid is pretty smart.
Thank you.
Indeed.
I just want to say that this kid is.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe you should reconsider the Marines.
And yeah, absolutely. If he wants to become a part of my Marine Corps, yeah, he has good knowledge.
Whether it'll serve me well or serve me poorly, let's wait and see.
It will. It will.
He has the makings of a good soldier.
Trust me. It will. No, he's not a soldier.
He has the makings. He has the makings of a good soldier.
No,
a good soldier.
He is not going to be a soldier. He's going to be a United States Marine. It's totally different.
Yeah. Soldiers are career combatants. Marines are the greatest warriors to ever exist in human history. United States Marines.
Thank you.
Best equipped, best trained, best of mind.
Testosterone raises its head.
And young man, I hope you do become a United States Marine and become a part of my Marine Corps. I really do, because I love what you're saying. I as a young man, you've got good stuff.
Pass of the baton.
Yes, absolutely. Pass of the baton.
Understood, Elifan.
Yeah.
Just a random question, Shadow. Do you know anything about cults?
What?
Just apropos of nothing.
Oh, dude, I'm scrolling through my damn Twitter feed and I just saw something and I was like, that seems like an interesting question. So I figure I'm going to ask him that.
I have seen a few different videos on how to form a cult. I know of a few cults that have existed. I know some of the beliefs of some cults. Do you specifically mean the kinds of cults that lure you in and lie to you and basically turn you into a slave?
Yeah,
like some of the
just
cults
Catholicism in itself. I mean,
I've consumed a
Ooh.
lot of
I'm-
different things over the course of my life: videos, articles, books. Little bit of I know a little bit of everything. So, what specifically about cults?
What? Why are no? Why are you trying to ask this guy? And
It's a fair
I believe-
question.
I believe you're 18, 19-year-old.
I'm 20.
You know, 20. Sorry.
No worries.
Respect the years.
Why?
Pastor's
why?
Why?
He's been having
Oh,
connection
sorry,
issues.
what?
He might come back.
Asks just the most out of left field question, refuses to elaborate, leaves like a
Leaves,
Chad.
yeah.
Why are you trying to ask this guy about some cult?
Oh, he's not here, so
I have absolutely no clue. I will say making a cult is surprisingly easy post COVID.
I think the Navy man was implying that the Marines are a cult.
that's what I was kind of assuming he was going
What?
for. But
I mean, every single armed force, every single one of the armed services could technically be described as a cult. That and some colleges in America could be described as a cult.
Atheists would say Christianity is a cult.
I mean, from a certain
take
point
it
of
from
view,
somebody that's actually
Yeah, a Catholic
you know,
would
part of
say
the Catholic
Christianity is a
religion.
cult. Yeah.
It just might be a cult.
Sometimes the difference between a cult and a religion is the one that has the political power to crush the other, and I'm
they
not
do-
afraid to admit that. But
They do eat
Christianity is not
the
a cult.
body and blood of Christ.
I mean,
Metaphorically, not
you're not
literally.
wrong.
All right, this is bullshit.
Well, technically no, because we believe that the moment
No,
moment
it's
we actually
bullshit.
take the bread and the wine in, it becomes there's a term for it. I can't remember. It like not sublimates. That's what material does. But it becomes
to be completely
that.
open, I'm a Presbyterian.
No, it's bullshit. The Marine Corps is not a cult. Don't even fucking go there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not a cult.
I don't know if that's what he was actually alluding to, or if there was something else. Because I'm assuming what he did is he actually went ahead and he actually found you on Twitter. Being that your little, tagline actually has your Twitter link in there.
Oh, I forgot
That
to do
I
that.
just went
Thank you.
ahead and followed on because why not? There might be something that he actually found through there because he did say Twitter. He did
Yeah.
say Twitter. So is there
I've
something
mostly been
posted
just-
in your Twitter that may have actually triggered him to?
It's still a very
Um,
interesting question.
Yeah, I'm checking. Mostly just responding to friends or individuals I follow, like podcasts of Lotus Eaters, Trump, a few people like that. I'm not seeing anything about cults. I commonly refer to Marxist or gender theory bullshit as cultic behavior because they tend to showcase a lot of the tendencies of early religions or cults.
Yeah, we're going
Fast
down
is
a
looking
road
at me
here.
like I'm crazy.
And you relate that to the Marine Corps?
I did not do that. That was not me.
Blame the Australian.
That was not. It wasn't me. I was just interpreting what.
Let's
Preach what he was
sacrifice the
saying.
squab.
And you thought it
I
too.
was asked to quickly put up a poll. It takes me a minute to put up a poll, so give me a second.
My favorite cult is the Church of Marxist Thought.
I don't know. Tom Cruise makes a good point for Scientology.
Yeah, well, he's in the closet, so.
Well, I will take it umbrage to anyone that says the United States Marine Corps is a cult. Especially
Tom Cruise may be in the closet, but goddamn, can he
especially
move? That guy
to
can run at
someone
17
who
mile
was
an hour.
never served.
He makes a good. Makes a good military movie.
Yeah, fuck him.
So the Marines respect the other branches, though, right? Of military service, Air Force, Navy.
Sort of.
they all kind of rib on each other no matter what.
Yeah, we all of the military branches. If you have served, we have the I guess it's the unknown right to where we can just fuck with each other.
What about the military band?
The military band, yeah. I don't even know. That's something. Actually, the Marine Corps band, it depends on what level you're at. Because they have several different
he's
levels
back.
of the Marine
He's
Corps
back.
band.
So
Master's back.
can you
We did-
clarify?
Yeah. We can talk about Shinrinko, who was responsible for that horrible sarin gas attack in Tokyo.
Sorry.
Or Al Qaeda. Al Qaeda is really funny because Al Qaeda is franchisable. Anybody can basically do something in the name of Al Qaeda, and if the main body of Al Qaeda thinks it's cool enough, they'll claim it as well.
But the military
Sometimes-
band is not a cult, right?
Sometimes you don't even have to say you did it. Sometimes they could just claim shit they didn't even do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah.
So I was just, again, scrolling through my Twitter feed and saw something about cults because, damn Democrats, that's a cult. We all know that.
Not Marxist. The Democrats just happen to be one part of the cult.
So he does have political views.
Yeah,
Yes,
I like the sound of them.
Democrats, if we're talking about the actual politicians in DC, I don't trust a single one of them.
No, they're all corrupt as hell.
Smart man.
They're all part of the same aristocracy, just like the tech billionaires, just like the celebrities, all one big aristocratic group trying to keep everyone else in America down.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, we've got
Hold on,
we've got stuff going on in my state.
But
Yeah.
the executive branch tells you where to go if the judicial branch approves.